Speaking of common things people say that I don't know the meaning of, I think we talked about this a while ago.
Yeah.
Um, how I confused, or I've always confused the saying "meets end" incorrectly. I've always thought of it as something different than what it actually means.
Oh, wait, meets end?
Meets end. So, like,
Okay. Can you use that in a
eh,
sentence for me?
I got laid off at work and trying to find new work. I can't afford anything. I can barely make ends meet.
Ends meet. Gotcha. I can barely make ends meet. It's like, I don't know, think of it like this, I guess. If you have like, you're trying to get two strings to tie together, right? You got
Right.
one tied over here, one
Right.
tied over here, and you're like, we got to tie
Right.
them together. You're like, oh, I just can't, there's not enough, I don't have enough string to complete this. I don't have enough string to like get this done. So like you have like bills to pay, mortgage, groceries. You're like, I don't have enough bills. I don't have enough money to like
Yeah.
pay for all of that like I usually
Right.
do. I
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is that I think that sounds about right. It
No,
sounds
I
right
think
when I say
no,
it.
I think you and the rest of the world is correct, and you
Yeah.
all think that way. I just don't understand how that's your third like, you hear that sentence,
Yeah.
maybe that's a bad sentence because here's every time I hear it,
Yeah.
I feel like what they are saying is I can't afford any money,
Mhm.
barely enough to get the little niblets of meat on the end of a bone or something. That is literally what I'm thinking. Like meat's end. It's the meat's end.
I
So it's
gotcha.
not good meat. And so, but
Yeah.
that's all you can afford because you're so broke.
I
So
okay, so
I
it's
can
sort of the
barely
same
afford to meet or to, yeah,
it's
for
sort of the same
whatever.
idea. So you sort of have a loose grasp of it. Enough
Right.
to
I
where like
just,
socially you'd be safe socially, I think. You'd be like, yeah, I know what that person means by
yeah,
that,
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of.
No, as long as I never explained
Yeah.
my thought process behind it, no one would ever think I was wrong. But it's just, I just don't understand why I'm the only person that just goes
Oh,
to
you're
meat
not.
first.
There's no way you're the only one. There's no way. You're just a hungry boy. You like the meats.
Yeah.
By the skin of your teeth. That's a weird
Yeah, I don't
one.
know.
I always thought that was a weird one.
Yeah. By the
You know,
skin of your teeth. Yeah, I don't know what that means because teeth don't have skin.
I think what it means, this is kind of gross one. I think whoever thought of this one's gross. Like like when you don't brush your teeth for a long time, or not even that long, like a few days, you get like that
Uh-huh.
buzz, or it's not
Yeah.
like even a day. You can kind of feel
Yeah.
it, but it gets worse, obviously. Um, Maybe someone like just never brushed their teeth, and so they had like an actual like film or something all
I
over their
mean,
teeth,
that could
and
be,
then
especially if it's super old where oral hygiene wasn't like a common thing.
because it's like it means like you've won, like it was very close.
Yeah.
And oh, maybe that's because it's like your skin don't have. It's like my teeth don't have skin. Like, well, it's pretty close then, wasn't it? I
Oh,
guess.
maybe.
Maybe like someone was getting a guillotine, like they were getting guillotined, and they had their head. They were like a jokester, right? So they were like they had their head like this, and they're like ah. They're looking up at the blade, and at the last second, they kind of like they get like pulled by their feet, like someone like saves them, and they yank their feet out, and they go, "Whew." And so they go whoa, and they start sliding, and the blade comes down, and it just goes, and it just like just barely chips their teeth as they're sliding under, and they make it like Indiana Jones grabbing his hat as the door
Yeah.
comes down. It's like then the blade just goes, just slices like a piece of their tooth out. And they're like,
I mean,
wow.
it could. That could be it.
I know cost an arm and a leg has very different meanings when you go to like cannibalistic societies. I know that for sure.
Oh, I found sorry, I didn't listen to anything you just said, but I found out the skin of your teeth and what that means
Fucking
or
no.
where it came from.
What is it?
So it comes from the King James Bible. And the phrase is derived from Job's
Job.
description, yeah, of
Sorry.
his illness, which left him so thin that he was reduced to skin and bones. The phrase's meaning comes from the idea that if your teeth had skin, it'd be so thin that it's barely there.
So it's a
So
hypothetical.
yeah.
It's not even like, well, that's silly. But what's the one with a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush? That
Oh,
one I
yeah,
struggled with
one in
that
the
one
hand
for a
is better
long
than two in
time.
the bush. I no, that one's one of my favorite ones. That one
Wait,
makes the
no,
most sense
did
to
you
me.
say it? I don't think you said it right. What'd you say?
One in the hand is always better than two in the bush.
I thought it was a bird in the hand.
Yeah, but a bird could be anything.
Oh, the bird. It's not about
The
birds.
bird doesn't matter. So
It's just
the
an object.
at least this is how I think of it.
Okay.
So a guy went bird hunting and he killed a bird and he has one in his hand. He sees two more birds in a bush and thinks, "Oh, if I just drop this bird, I can get two
I can
more."
maybe get those two.
Yeah,
But it's
I
like
can
you've already
maybe get
got
two more.
one. Are you gonna
Yeah,
lose the one just to try for two? You've already got
yeah,
one. Are you gonna?
yeah,
It's like a deal or no deal.
yeah,
The dealer's like, got two birds in the bush right there.
Yeah.
And you're like,
But you
no
already have
deal,
one. You
fucker.
have a guaranteed one, or you might be able to
Going
get
away
two.
with my savings. I got my quail. It's the
Yeah.
only bird I can think of. Like,
I mean,
if I was
that's
to
the
hunt a
way.
bird, it'd be a quail.
Yeah, that's
Maybe,
the
I don't
way
know.
I think of it. So I don't know if that's technically true, but I'm assuming that's true. I don't think that one's
You know
hard
what?
to.
I don't know if I've ever truly thought of it that way. And you're right.
Oh,
I've
really?
always struggled with that one. I don't know. For some reason, it wouldn't click in my head. But same thing with you and the
Yeah,
other one that we had.
I think if you replace bird with X, I think that makes more sense. So it's just like
Mm.
you
And
can
make
just
it
plug
scarier,
anything
'cause now it
there.
looks like math. Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared.
Well, I'm autistic. I think everything's math, but